keep one in the chamber, I keep one for myself. I'll keep one in your picture, so I'll see you in hell. I just damaged my liver, baby, you think you can help. I keep going a liquor, you keep wishing me well. Would it kill you just to smile?
Hey guys, welcome back to a vlog. I actually didn't plan on vlogging today. It is Friday, February 3rd, and I have spent my morning in bed. It's actually the afternoon now. I slept in because I've been staying up super late, and it just kind of has been working out because our kids are so off schedule with us having snow again. We've been snowed in and pretty much just iced in at this point. It's not even like fun snow, it's ice. So while the kids have been off schedule, I'm off schedule too. But one of my favorite things ever is staying up really late because you can't put a book down. So I've been able to experience that over and over this past week. But it's February. I've been talking about all the romances that I'm going to be reading and all of this, blah, 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 blah. Today, I not only got a video edited, I happened to see a reading sprint, and I was like, I need this. I need this reading sprint because not only do I need to kind of like focus up on like computer work, but I also need to be reading. I started watching, and I seen like a lot of people in chat were talking about reading X's and O's, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, everybody's reading X's and O's. What's going on? That's when I found out about the X's and O's readathon. I don't know why. I think I'm still finding new booktubers and slowly becoming more and more aware of like all the readathons and everything that's going on. I'm like, I want to join everything. But yeah, there is a readathon. If you didn't know, there is a readathon that just, I guess for you, if you're watching this now and didn't know about it, passed. But I mean, it's always fun to still, you know, pick up books and just, even if you're a little late to the game, I usually am, and will sometimes just kind of participate after the fact. I'll see somebody's YouTube video of them after they've done like a readathon. I'm like, oh, I'm going to join now. So yeah, there was the readathon, X's and O readathon by Reading with Jess, and this is also kind of like another moment where I'm finding a bunch of new booktubers to follow that I think is really cool because they're kind of smaller book YouTubers, and I really love that. There's just something about checking out everybody's different styles and seeing like their channel grow. I just absolutely love. So check them out. If you also love watching booktube and like book content or even readathons and reading sprints and that type of ordeal. So this is, like I said, Reading with Jess, but there's also Seasons Readings, Lauren Loves Reads, Gwendolyn Kinsinger, Lena's Bookshelf. I'm going to have them all down below. So if you guys want to go check them out, you can. But they are the host with Jess, and it's a really cool readathon. There's different prompts. I actually found really cool that I personally have not seen in a readathon so far is that there's teams. So, I mean, you can participate with both, or you can just pick a team. It's not really like a contest, but I do think it's really cool that there's different prompts for each one. So you can be on Team X or Team O. And yeah, I was sitting here going through my books that I just picked up from the library, and just other romance books that I'm wanting to really read this month. And I was like, how can I participate in this, but also kind of like get some of my books out of the way? So realistically, if you choose Team X or Team O, you're going to be reading 3 books for the readathon. The first one is like a trope. So the first one is for Team X, it's Forced Proximity. And then for Team O, it's Friends to Lovers. So that is like the first book that you would read if you were part of either one of those teams. And then the second one is read a book from the conversation hearts. So they have conversation hearts for both teams, and you're supposed to just try to find a book title that has one of the words in it. And then the final book from each team is a cover. So the cover for Team X has to have red on it, and then the cover for Team O has to have pink on it. So realistically, 3 books for whatever team that you pick. It just depends on what team you pick. Or you can do both teams and read 6 books. And I would love to do that, but since I am so late to the game, this video was posted January 2nd. So I'm just really late to the game. I'm literally joining it the day of. I'm just glad I'm not missing it. I'm finally not missing something, and I'm not going to have like the FOMO afterwards. But the cool thing is, just last night, I finished the first book in this Loathe to Love You from Hazelwood, because I'm doing another video that will be up before this one, maybe, or coming soon. But if it is coming soon, spoiler, I'm reading 3 books by Hazelwood, and I've been doing it for over the course of the last few months. So I picked up this book and I read the first one, which is called Under One Roof. So pretty much determined that I'm going to be a part of Team X, because the first prompt is a book with forced proximity, and that is exactly what Under One Roof was. So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna use that one because I literally finished it last night. Today, I have been reading The Kiss Curse, so this actually isn't going to be able to make it in this because it doesn't go along with any of the prompts. So, yeah, besides that, they're doing a buddy read, and they're going to be reading X's and O's, and then having, I think, on the 8th, because this is from the 3rd to the 8th, or 3rd to the 9th, something like that. Again, great with instructions, but yeah, I just found all of this out this morning, so I was like, crunch time. I've got to get my shit in gear if I want to participate in this. So yeah, I am starting this vlog off because today is the first day of it, so I want to try to be a little present, but I am going to go grab some lunch because I got so wrapped up with this that I burnt my pizza. My delicious feta and artichoke and tomato flatbread pizza that I literally have been like drooling about, but not wait to enjoy. I burnt it. So I'm gonna go to plan B with the lunch option today and start reading one of these books. I think I'm gonna download the X's and O's so I can kind of participate in the buddy read. There's a lot going on personally with my family this weekend, so I know I'm not going to be able to vlog a whole lot tomorrow, and I may touch base on it a little bit later, but yeah, I want to at least try to participate as I can, being as present as I can, but it is kind of a tough weekend for me, and yeah, I'm just hoping that I can like follow through. But I say all that because there is other prompts tonight. She is doing like reading sprints, and I think she's going to do reading sprints again on Monday, so I may try to join in on that. And then there is also photo prompts that you can post on your Instagram. I'm probably just going to stick to my stories and maybe just make like a photo dump post at the end of this with all of the stuff together. Maybe, I don't really know. Again, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to do every single one of these days because, like I said, especially tomorrow, I'm going to be busy and just kind of away for personal matters. So I kind of want to participate today, and today's prompt is wear your team's color with your TBR. So I could definitely, I plan on filming today. It's Friday, so I really need to film something. So yeah, I honestly don't know if I have any red. I think I have one red shirt. I'm a redhead, so I don't really wear a whole lot of red. So if I don't wear something red, I will probably wear a red lip. And probably have to pose with my Kindle because X's and O's I don't have time to ship to me, so I'm gonna have to buy it for my Kindle, and then with this book and to show my TBR. But I think that would be perfect because I'll have 2 in this and then X's and O's. Not too bad for this readathon. And of course all the other books that I'm still currently reading. I'm just gonna keep reading because I have quite a few romances to get through. So I may show you guys some more of them throughout this. Yeah, I just wanted to touch base and actually like share my excitement that I'm actually on top of, well, somewhat on top of things. At least I didn't miss it. But today I'm going to prepare so that I'm on top of the rest of the photo prompts and on top of my reading and stuff, but at least I have one book down already, and I'll talk to you guys about that book later too. But I'm gonna go eat and come back looking more put together because right now I'm a mess.
Do you think at a certain point we all just sink into the ground and are never heard from again? Fuck, your hands are warm. I guess I just never noticed.
I keep wanting the chain, but I keep one for myself. I'll keep wanting your picture, so I'll see you in hell. I just damaged my lip, but baby, you think you can help. I keep going a little, you keep wishing me well. Would it kill you just to
Okay, so I just filmed my BoxyCharm for the month of February. It'll be coming soon, or it'll already be up, so check it out if it is. I'll link it up above. But I wanted to jump in the vlog to fill you guys in on how my X's and O's readathon is going. So Friday night, man. Friday night's a blur. I had every intention of filming and then things just kind of went south on me. So it didn't happen. I did catch the sprints though, as you guys seen, and got some reading going. So I do have like my lineup. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm reading. So I wanted to pop in and share with you guys my TBR and also like my definite TBR, because I don't know if I have, but also some thoughts because I have read some. So TBR, since I am Team X, my first prompt is a book with forced proximity, and that is Under One Roof right there, which I have read. So my first book is done. I just finished this Thursday night, so a day before, but I'm counting it because I literally was like, this is perfect. Like, that's the whole reason why I decided to, or the first thought I had to join a team, because I was like, oh, this is gonna be hard. But that made it easy for me to join Team X because I had just finished the first prompt already, so I'm counting it. Second one for Team X is a book with red on the cover, and this was actually quite hard. I actually have some thrillers and like a horror book that has red on the cover, but I was like, I'm really trying to keep this romance right now. So I went ahead and bought and downloaded the buddy read for this readathon. A majority of them are all reading this, and then there's going to be like the recap of it and the live like discussing it in the end of this readathon. So yeah, I thought I might as well join in because the guy character is wearing red. And what is his name? I'm going blank with his name right now. Listen, I'm only 13% into this book. I did read it during the sprints last night, and I made it to about 13% before I had to check out of it. My last prompt to finish off the TBR is a book with a word from the X's Conversation Hearts. And I'm not gonna lie, their conversation heart prompts were a little tricky for me. I ended up just being like, I'm gonna have to go with me or you. You just have to use one of those words, but I could not find any. But the second book in this, like the second novella in this book is called Stuck With You. So not only are we going to have another like forced proximity, but we're also going to have the you for the other one as well. So worked out perfectly. We also have the photo prompts, so because I just kind of fell off the radar the rest of Friday and all day Saturday, I did try to get a little bit of reading in, but it's just kind of been a hard time recently, and my great grandma passed away this past week, so we had her funeral Saturday, which was yesterday. It is currently Sunday now, but yeah, we had a funeral, and we had a bunch of family come in, so we got to visit with family and stuff. So yeah, it was just kind of a day with family and a lot of that stuff going on. So I did manage to pop on a red lip because my photo prompt for day 1, which was Friday, was supposed to be me and whatever shirt your team on. So Team O wore pink and Team X was supposed to wear red and show their, like, hold their TBR. So I did that yesterday for just being a day late. And then day 2, your bookish Galentine or Valentine, and I didn't participate in that one. Again, like, I was able to get the first one, and then the day was just kind of full on, and I just needed to unplug from social media for the day. Day 3, which is today, was your current read with a V-Day treat.
Leave your fucking town. Live just in the now. Baby, I got a fever. I'm not feeling too well.
So while I am currently reading X's and O's, I am currently chapter 5, which is 13% of the way in. So I am working on this. I have really mixed emotions already on this, and part of me feels like I'm really not gonna like this. Like, the outcome of it. Like, it's already kind of leaning on like a 3-star, but I don't want to judge it too much. I'm 13% of the way in, but usually I have a pretty good idea going into a romance how I'm gonna feel about it. But with that being said, I finished Under One Roof by Hazelwood. I actually just did, I just wrapped it up, and the video should be up before this one. So if you guys want to check it out, I read 3 books by Hazelwood, The Love Hypothesis, Love on the Brain, and Under One Roof. So I go more into detail about that book here, but I wanted to briefly talk about it because it was really cute. This was my pick for Forced Proximity because you have 2 characters who wind up both owning half of the same house. So she owns half, he owns the other half, and it just ends up just being a forced situation for these characters that stubborn, but also one of them really needs the place to stay. So yeah, it just kind of ends up being like this like forced type of situation that could go either way. And I really enjoyed the characters, and like I said in that video, what I really liked about this is that since it is a novella, it's like the perfect amount for progression because with each chapter she skips some time, and that way we kind of get to just see like the progression with their relationship, but also like it kind of gets to the point. You don't like have all of that like drawn out space like you normally have in a romance or rom-com where there's like a bunch of miscommunication that sometimes you're like, what? Like, how are they not seeing these green or red flags like going every which way? So I don't know, I really liked the progression of it, how fast paced it is, but it's still such a cute read and I really enjoyed reading it. So that was book 1 done. With Mara and Liam, and I think for now I'm really focusing in on X's and O's because I know I'll be able to read it by the end whenever they do the live to recap it and see what everybody thinks. I really want to join that though, and I don't want to be behind on it. But while I'm reading that, I'm also currently reading The Kiss Curse by Erin Sterling. This is book 2. The first one was The X-Hex. You might be more familiar with that one. But I'm currently reading that too. I had started it already and then had to pause because I needed to start X's and O's. So yeah, I'm kind of going back and forth with those 2 and I'm hoping it doesn't mess me up on remembering things correctly. But after I finish those 2, I'm gonna jump back into this one and read Stuck With You because it'll be my last book to finish out for this little readathon. So I'm really excited. And we had Valentine's donuts today. The boys absolutely loved them. We get those little donuts all the time for them, but the bakery just happened to make them in Valentine frosting and sprinkles, so they were so cute and perfect timing for the photo prompt. But I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. I think I'll be more present vlogging the rest of this readathon since it's the start of the week and the boys will be at school and I'll have more time to do things for the prompts and all of that. But if I get adventurous and really go there this week, besides X's and O's on my Kindle, I have the Alley Hazelwood, the Kiss Curse. But after those, I also have these books on my lineup. So you guys may see some of them and some upcoming videos as well. Little TBR stack. Hey guys, I just got back home from taking the boys to school. So it's pretty early in the morning. I am just so tired, you guys. I'm having such a hard time this week being motivated to do anything or get through any of my books because I'm so tired. And if you hear that, that is Riley, our dog. She is snoring right now. But I just made myself my latte to do some self-care tonight, which is actually perfect because today's prompt for the X's and O's readathon is showing like your self-care routine. So I plan on doing that a little bit later today, maybe. I need to do some like masking and stuff. Like I look rough. But yeah, the lack of sleep, it is showing. But yeah, today's goal is to edit some more videos because I've been really trying to stay on top of my YouTube content. I need to get back into posting on Instagram too because I've been slacking a little bit on my beauty content. I actually have looks. I've just been so unmotivated to get them like posted. Write captions. They're the worst. But besides that, I am going to be reading X's and O's today. I've already had my bookmark pulled up. I started it, when was it? I mean, the day that it started. Yeah, because the first reading sprints is when I started this. And so I thought, yeah, I'll get through this book, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I'm only like 20% of the way, so I have to get this book wrapped up because I have this one, and then I also have that novella by Alley Hazelwood I have to read. I think it's Stuck With You. Again, I've just been so tired, but then I was also dedicating my time to The Kiss Curse. I have like a goal of rom-coms that I'm reading this month for like content that I have planned. And I'm so behind schedule that I really had to get this one done. And actually, sadly, you guys, this I don't even think, it's like right over 300 pages. But this took me like 3 days to read. It actually is really cute. Again, I've just been so tired and unmotivated for anything this week. So, yeah, my reading goals are not going to plan. But I don't think it'd be near as bad or as much pressure. I just put extra books on my plate with this readathon versus what I already had planned. So that is where I'm like kind of like a little flustered. But yeah, goal for today is to finish X's and O's. I think I can do it in between getting some other stuff done. I don't know if I'm going to actually film today. I think it's just going to be a reading and self-care day. And computer work as far as that goes. But I still wanted to check in with you guys. And then also since I think I mentioned I think I've already mentioned this, but since Saturday they did the movie, I think I might try watching that some point today too. Just to, in case they talk about it at the live stream or anything. And I just kind of wanted to experience it, even though I don't really get to participate in the actual like watch party on Discord. But I still want to watch it as part of the readathon. And then today, to keep me motivated, I think I'm going to pull up last night's reading sprints because I know that Jess went live last night with reading sprints. I was just so tired that I did not participate. So I'm just going to rewatch it today to help keep me motivated and get my reading goals done for the day. So yeah.
Leave your fucking town. Live just in the now. Baby, I got a fever. I'm not feeling too well. I'm so under the weather. I'm so under your spell. I got one in the chamber. I got one for myself. I got one in your picture, so I'll see you without.
Do you think it's gonna be like this forever? It feels like forever.
Hey you guys, it is such a rainy day. It was just raining. I got poured on taking the boys to school this morning. I'm back. It's been a productive morning and just what I needed to just kind of get my day going. I am absolutely loving my makeup. I am filming with the Verona Life and Death palette, and this is from Nomad Cosmetics, so stay tuned. This is a sneak peek, you guys, because I'm filming with it. There's gonna be 3 looks, 1 palette with this palette for like Valentine's Day. It's so freaking cute. I love it. But perfect timing too, you guys. I forgot. I literally like filmed unboxing it because I got it so quickly, but I then forgot to mention it the last couple of days, so I'm gonna throw that up for you guys. But I got my earrings in from Hello Teddy Co. They are a small brand on Instagram. I mean, they have a website, but it is Hello Teddy Co. on Instagram, and she creates clay earrings. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the time I see clay earrings and I'm just like, it's not really my vibe. There's only been a few different instances where I've seen clay earrings that I'm just like, oh my gosh, those are so cute. When I stumbled across Hello Teddy Co. on Instagram, and she just has like, she's so talented. She just has like this vibe, and so many of her earrings just like always catch my attention. This is not sponsored, obviously. I would let you guys know if it was, but I always love to shout out small brands. So I did order a couple of things from her around Halloween time, and I seen her Valentine collection coming out, and perfect timing for the X's and O readathon, because I not only picked up the earrings that I actually forgot to show you guys yesterday. Was that yesterday? My days are getting so mixed up. Anyways, I wore the broken heart earrings. So it's a black heart, and she put like this glitter, almost like epoxy mixture over it. I'm not exactly sure what they use, but it makes it look, they're black, but like the glitter makes it shift like a dark purple too. So pretty. But it's literally a broken heart. So a heart broken half, and there's a half on each side, and it's a hoop that like dangles. I wore them in yesterday's look, or my BoxyCharm look, and I did a little zoom on them for you guys and then just forgot to show you guys, so I'll throw that up. But also got the little gold spider dangles. These were on sale from their Halloween collection, so I just grabbed them while I was shopping. But these, you guys, how cute. Perfect timing. X's and O's. I love it. And then I had to play it up with my makeup. So I did a lot of pink, and then I tried putting red on my lower lash line. It may not look completely red because there's so much pink going on, but got my pink shirt on. I am like a Valentine vibe today. And it's actually perfect because I plan on ending out this vlog today because I don't have my Kindle with me, but I finished X's and O's. So today is the last day for a prompt, and today's prompt was to post a picture of your books stacked and I still haven't done it, you guys. I need to. So I need to get some books together. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to make it an actual post because I've been trying to like plan out be strategic about like my posts because I like them looking a certain way. But the vibe is supposed to be a stack of books that resemble conversation hearts. So pretty cute. I need to do that at some point. Hopefully I don't forget, but that is what the last photo prompt is. And also I watched Look Both Ways. I keep forgetting the name. You guys, I had such strong deja vu watching that movie. A while back, I guess whenever it first came out, I didn't watch it, but I watched the preview that Netflix, you know, would automatically play like when you're going through or whatever. But I remember watching the whole preview. So now watching the movie, strong deja vu. Like, I'm telling you, if you're actually intrigued in this movie, if you're not familiar, I don't really know a lot of the actresses in them. I've heard that I think the girl who plays her best friend is in another popular show. And of course, Luke Wilson. We know Luke Wilson. But Lily Reinhart plays the main or leading role character, and pretty much it's about her. She's graduating from college, and she kind of had like a one-night stand with like her best friend, and it's led into, is she pregnant or is she not pregnant, and how that is going to be for her life, like with the choices she has to make and which path she chooses, hence Look Both Ways. So you kind of follow her on both of those life and like what would happen if she chose this life, or what would happen if she chose this, or if this, I guess not really chose. I mean, she could, but it's kind of, this is her life that happens if she is pregnant, and this is the life that would happen if she's not pregnant. So it's cute. It is a little like rom-com chick lit vibe, but it was the movie choice for the X's and O readathon, and I missed it on Saturday like I mentioned, so I had to watch it and kind of catch up. But do yourself a favor, if you're interested in the movie, do not watch the preview because I got major deja vu vibes the entire time, like I've already seen it. Like I swear, if you're kind of like on the fence about watching it and you're just kind of like, I could, honestly, I don't have to watch this, watch the trailer. You've watched the movie. Like, it gives everything away right there, right then and there. But moving on, today is busy because I've been reading, or honestly just slacking off because I've been tired all week, that I have a lot to get done today. So I wanted to wrap up my thoughts with you guys on the book X's and O's. Like I mentioned, don't have my Kindle, but I did read it on my Kindle, and I'm giving it a solid 3. I don't know. I'm so torn with it. I feel like it's a book that I almost need to like simmer on. I'm excited to see what the others think of it at the like wrap up live, because I don't know. I have such mixed thoughts on it. Like, do I like the characters? Do I not like the characters? Kind of have like this playboy guy who it does not want to settle down. He's a firefighter. So you kind of have that trope if you like firefighter romances. But he doesn't want to settle down, and he is just like out living his best single bachelor life. Well, in comes Tara, who is going to be his new roommate, and I think she knows him through, I forgot, was it his brother or his friend? One or the other. You quickly find out, if you didn't already know, that this is a second book, so a sequel. Set on You, I think, is the first one. And so you briefly read about the characters from that. So there are spoilers from the first book. I'm kind of okay with not reading the first one. I just went with it. I just continued reading it. It's our buddy read, so I thought, why not? And Trevor and Tara, they're just very, it's very opposite attracts. But they become roommates, and it's a really weird, cringy vibe for me, I guess. I don't know if that's unpopular. But she is a book vlogger. And while I thought that was going to be more interesting, I felt like there was like little of that. And what there was of that was her like going live for 2.5 seconds and almost just like you were reading a script. It was very, very weird. It was almost like she was sitting down to film a YouTube video, but it was like a live. It was interesting. I wish that there was more details in her like career and her life. But pretty much she makes a list, and she is taking advice from her grandma to do like a second chance romance, which I feel like is a big red flag for me because that is a trope I don't really care for. Anyways, she makes a list of all of her past exes and obviously marks off like the ones that she's just like, no, I'm not going there again. Or I think there was like an ex who was married, so she like crossed him off. But then she went on this adventure of tracking them down, which again, I get it for a book. You think, oh, that's cute, and it's this cute little romance, you know. But I don't know. I just think the idea of that is just so, ugh. Like, I'm like, no. Anyways, it is interesting. So you do get to experience some of her dates and also like why it didn't work out for them in the first place and, you know, that type of ordeal. But also she gets help from her new roommate, Trevor, along the way. But is she falling for one of her exes or is she falling for Trevor? There's a lot of miscommunication, which if you've been on my channel, I hate the miscommunication so much. It drives me insane, and that's why I couldn't give it a 4. The communication, it really does me in. Also, if you like spicier books, I feel like going into this book, I thought, oh my god, this is going to be like a spicy book. It really wasn't. Spice did not come until like almost the end. So if that is something that just kind of... I don't know, like I feel like there's like a certain vibe whenever you go into that book and you're expecting, okay, this is going to be full of it, and then it's not. I know that can be like a big turnoff when it comes to romance readers for some anyways. Besides that, yeah, I just felt like liked the rom-com from it because don't get me wrong, there was some parts where I did kind of like chuckle or, you know, laugh a little bit. Sometimes it was just because the book was so cheesy, but other times it was actually because like there was a funny banter moment or, you know, there's something going on like with almost like these like speed dates she's having with her exes that I was just like, oh my gosh. But besides that, props to, you know, them shedding light on like certain stereotypes with the term crazy and why that is just like so problematic and relationships. There's also a lot of pop culture if you like that type of ordeal in books. I feel like it wouldn't have been so bad if it wasn't just so heavy on it. But I don't know. I think it's an enjoyable and it was an enjoyable read, but I don't think it was necessarily a book that I feel like, oh my gosh, I would have really missed out if I didn't pick this up, you know? Like, it just didn't really strike me as some of the romances I have been reading recently. So yeah, 3. Not a bad book. I liked it. Not something I would read again. I think there is some cute moments, but there was also a lot that I could have just done without, honestly. Alright, I am back. It's been a couple of hours. I have a lot, I mean, I am just a Valentine vibe today. But I also want to talk about this one. I just know earlier I just felt so flustered and I had to get so much stuff done. But final book, after finishing X's and O's yesterday, I was like, okay, you know, now I have like technically I guess like the last day. Well, I think the last day is tomorrow. anyways, I was like, you know, I have plenty of time to finish the last one, which is also a novella. So I was like, I'll get through it so fast. But I was like, I'm still gonna start it though. Like, I'm in the mood to read. I couldn't sleep last night. Literally, you guys, like, next thing I know, like, I think it was like around 2 hours had flown by and I read the whole book. I couldn't put it down. I just wanted to read it and I just kept turning the pages. Hazelwood has just really done something for me this, I guess, past few months, but definitely around this time for like Valentine's Day and stuff. Her books have just been chef kisses. And I actually picked up both The Love Hypothesis and Love on the Brain because I borrowed those two from the library to read them, but I went ahead and added them on my book of the month so that I just have like my own copies of them now, and I'm so excited. But I finished Stuck on You, which is a part of the series. So the three girls on the cover are best friends, so each time you jump to like a different story, they're kind of like all intertwined or whatever, although they, like, the story themselves don't have anything to do with them. It's just like briefly mentioned. They're friends, they talk on the phone, they're all in STEM, women in STEM, and they kind of all talk about the like STEM workplace for women. And I feel like I'm kind of like a broken record now with saying that, but I do really appreciate it. And I feel like with Love on the Brain and The Love Hypothesis, them being full novels, it's talked about a lot more in those versus in these, it's mainly like talked about in one scenario or something like that, just to make sure that point is getting across. But I can say if you get tired of like that repetitiveness, it's not as intense in these, just because I think she took into account that this is a novella. So there's not a whole lot you can put in it as far as like trying to push, I guess, like a certain like movement or push like to normalize women in the STEM workplace and all of that without it kind of becoming a repetitive thing or taking up a lot of space, as far as like, you know, trying to come up with different scenarios that maybe happen at the workplace, to where with this there's maybe like one any like each story or something that's like mentioned. I don't think it was as heavy on this one, besides the fact that she worked for a smaller firm and then he worked for like the big one that's trying to buy them out. But besides that, it was cute. You know, I think back on it and I think certain times on the story and I'm like, was it like 4-star material? And while just like Under One Roof, I think I'm gonna have to give it a 4, but it's cute. I actually am really liking her novellas. I do like the novels more. I'm finding, I don't know, I think I gave Love on the Brain 4 stars too. So I think The Love Hypothesis is the one that's got the 5 for me. But both of the books that I've read so far in this, I have one more to go, but they've been so freaking cute. And I love the fast paced while there's also like really good progression. Like, she just does an incredible job with just having like a little over, I think it's like 130 pages or something like that. And it's just like, my mind's blown with how much information she feeds to you in that amount of time. And yeah, it's just another really enjoyable read. The characters, I think, were also another breath of fresh air. Mind you, the male is kind of described the same way. It's always like the broad chest, super tall, blah, 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 blah. But in this scenario, we have blonde hair and I think blue eyes. But our female lead is another short. She does kind of stick with the short gals. But we have a brunette and she has like a bob, which I just think is really cute. But she definitely is very, I guess all of the female leads though are very ambitious and very career driven. But I feel like it's a certain notch more with her too because of the conflict that they have. But briefly mentioned how Under One Roof kind of jumps around a little bit. So it kind of started with what's the ending pretty much, and then it like rewound and went back like 3 months, and then with each chapter like a couple of weeks had passed or even a whole month had passed until you lead back up into what you were originally reading in the beginning, which I just really loved that type of progression. She kind of is playing up with that again in this one, so it just makes me so excited to know what she does in the third one. But for this one, it starts with the present as well, and then it goes back once again. So it's kind of the same vibe, but with this one, like, one chapter's present and then the next chapter is 3 weeks ago, and then the third chapter is present. So you kind of jump back and forth from past, present with each chapter, and I really like that because pretty much it starts like with the conflict, and pretty much these two get stuck on an elevator together. So that's the stuck with you. Also hitting forced proximity once again with this one. So I covered 2 with this one. Besides being forced to be on this like elevator that shut down, there's, you know, kind of like a small blackout or something like that going on. So they're stuck together, but they already have a conflict. So we get to read and learn about like their past, which was the 3 weeks ago when they met, and what happened between them. What conflict is now, what's the conflict that they're having, that they're going through, and all of that. But like how they meet and like the whole story is so freaking cute. I can say the conflict irked me a little bit because the miscommunication, but everything else leading up to it, so cute, and the characters together, so cute, that I feel like I can bypass it a little bit. Might be a little hypocritical of me, but for Ali Hazelwood's work, it's so good. So for this readathon, I had 2 4 stars from Ali Hazelwood, and then the buddy read X's and O's by Amy Leah, I gave 3 stars. So not bad. None of these books were bad. I really, really enjoyed the reads from Ali Hazelwood. And honestly, for my first readathon, I've had so much fun with this. I don't know if any of the, you know, hosts are ever going to watch this video, but if you guys do, I've had so much fun and you guys did an incredible job. I really wish that I was able to be a little bit more present, but again, just with family issues and things going on, and literally finding out about the readathon the day that it started, it kind of like pulled the rug out from underneath me too, of trying to not miss out. But yeah, I've definitely had so much fun. I love all the prompts, and I just think it's been such a fun readathon. And not just that, but like it's also helped me find so many other creators that do their own readathons too. So stay tuned, because I'm going to be vlogging some more readathons in the future. There is a graphic novel readathon coming up, and then there's also a horror-thon coming up as well. So I am so excited to be doing more of these, and just kind of getting back into this like style of vlogging is so much fun for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed these longer vlogs that are book-based, but definitely will have other content thrown in them as well. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. I cannot wait to check out their live again. I'm not being super present with this because I'm gonna have to watch their live like after the fact, but again, I just think this has just been like an eye-opening journey for me for my first readathon, and definitely have to be more present next time with them. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing day, week, month, and I'll see you guys in my next video.